Hello. I never know if I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Welcome. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Um, I have not been on here for a while, and I also haven't been on my ASMR channel, which is Whispers from the Arabian Oracle. Thanks for watching. If you're new, welcome. If you're already a subscriber, if you know me, I miss you. Let me just lower the volume before I get into it. This is kind of an update. Well, it is an update, a little bit of a chit chat, and touching base. Want your input on where to proceed next, how you'd like to see my channels proceed on YouTube, even though I've come to my own conclusion with regards to YouTube in general and to my ASMR channel as well as this channel. I'm not abandoning anything, but I'm really sort of slowing down the pace. I'm taking my foot off the gas pedal. I think the last time I came on here, if there's any problem with sound, can you please let me know if you're here live, and do feel free to chit chat, say hello. Sound seems okay so far. The last time I was on here, I believe, I mentioned something about, I questioned where I'm being, I don't want to say I'm being stifled on YouTube, where I don't see a future for myself on YouTube. That's probably a better way to say it. I just don't. I've reached a point where I do not see any more growth. I don't foresee it. I don't see it. I don't anticipate it. And I'm pretty much done allowing myself to give my power away to an algorithm, to views, to put any kind of value on my own self-worth or the work that I do and that I'm capable of producing, with regards, to how many views I get, or how many likes I get, or how much reach I get. There's an overarching theme when it comes to social media, specifically big tech like YouTube. And everyone falls in that trap, including myself. I'm not excluding me from falling, or the possibility of falling into this trap, which is, big channels only interview big channels. People who are famous stick with their own group of big YouTube channels who, are raking in the dollars, are bringing in thousands of views, and have attention. So, a very small channel like myself, regardless how important I believe myself to be or feel my message is, won't get the attention, won't capture that attention. And even if it does capture the attention of someone who has a bigger audience than myself, chances are very small that they will do anything to help. I hope I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but that's just the overarching theme that I have seen. And this spans across pretty much every platform. Like attracts like. And because of my basically inability to grow on YouTube, I asked the last time I was here, how do I put myself out there? How do I put myself out there? Because I've outgrown everything that I'm currently in. And even though I feel the need to expand, expansion hasn't presented a way to expand into the world, hasn't presented itself to me yet. So what did I do while I've been absent, not putting out much content? Pretty much my ASMR channel hasn't seen any new uploads in like a month. I feel like I'm restructuring myself from the inside out. I feel like I need to figure out some things rather than just put out content for the sake of putting out content. So what have I done? I, as you know, was writing. I've been writing since I spiritually woke up in 2020. I gradually, I started receiving messages, and then I started understanding that I should probably write down those messages. And then I did start writing down those messages, and then I started sharing my messages, and I had an account on Substack, which is another sort of conglomerate, big tech for writers, where the people who are writers and have a big audience and subscribers make money, and they stick with their own kind. And I didn't really succeed on that platform. And I also noticed that the writings or the channelings that would come to me, I would place them on Substack very raw, very lazy, very unedited. Lots of grammar mistakes, lots of typos, lots of repetition. Some sentences didn't even make sense. I'm no longer on Substack. So what I did is I've gathered up my writings. I'm no longer sharing them publicly. I've been receiving a lot more channelings in the past 2 months that I haven't shared with anyone. I'm refining my writings. I've started going through everything that I've ever shared with anyone, publicly, privately. I'm revamping them. I'm re-editing them. I'm fixing the typos. I'm fixing the grammar. I'm minimizing nonsense, clutter, word clutter, things that didn't really I didn't even understand them, and they came from me. Which is probably why my writings didn't go anywhere. So I've decided to publish a book, a spiritual book, and I wanted to share this with you because people are probably wondering what happened. Where is she? I'm still around. I just need to find a new venue for myself. And that venue, had you asked me 2 months ago, do you think you'll write a book? And throughout my life, especially since I became visibly active as a political activist, which I no longer am, people have urged me, asked me, when are you going to write a book? I just didn't know what that book would be about. I've seen other ex-Muslims, write books about themselves, very focused. Wa alaikum salam. Hello, Tamsi. Feeling extremely emotional lately. Yes, yes. What are you emotional about, Tam, if you don't mind sharing? I've seen a lot of ex-Muslims, which I fit into that group of people, ex-Muslims, write books about themselves, very, very egoic books about themselves. And it's funny, I just never could. I never did. That path was always obstructed for me. I remember at some point I was going to write a book. A lawyer approached me, and they were getting ghostwriters in place, and then somehow, some way, I ended up going and having a meeting with CBC about the book becoming a documentary. And CBC pretty much called me an Islamophobe in the meeting that I had with their higher ups, and they turned it down. And then I was very confused about that meeting and why they did that. This was way before Islamophobia was a thing in Canada. So I reached out to publishers on my own, and I asked them, if I were to write my story in a book, how would I go about publishing it? And I was given a range from $13,000 to $30,000 that I would have to put out in order to get my book published. So I said, no thanks, bye, see ya. And I moved on with my life. Recently, because I've decided to accumulate my writings, refine them, better them, improve them so that they are presentable as a form of service to humanity in a time period where not everyone understands that we are awakening, but we are. Not everyone understands why there's this divide on the planet, but there is. To service people, to service the people who are awakening, and to service the people who aren't awake. I want to put out work that is not based in ego, the furthest thing from ego, and I want it to help people. That's what I want to do. So I sat on this for a while, and I was watching a YouTube video of Wayne Dwyer. I don't remember how to pronounce his last name. I like him. I just can never pronounce his last name. And he mentioned in the video that he introduced uh oh my gosh, her name is at the tip of my tongue. I have her books. What is her name? Hay. Louise Hay. Sorry. Little brain fart there. I like Louise Hay. I love Louise Hay. I One of her books I use as a almost like a guide for any health issue, which is How to Heal Your Body. I also like her book about meditations. She has a lot of books, and I've read quite a few of them. I still go back to them. I like her, even though she's too not woo woo, but too lovey dovey. Not that I'm not, but she's just too soft. And not that it's a critique of her; it's just her way. I contacted Hay House Publishing. He mentioned that she has a publishing house and blah blah blah, and I did not know that. And I'm like, okay, that's the sign from the universe. I'm gonna contact her publishing house, and I did. And the next day, I got a response. So I set up like a phone call with Hay House Publishing, and it's an extension of their publishing house. And the person that called me, I don't want to shit on anyone, but she should not be in that position. That's probably all I'm going to say. You would think someone like Louise Hay, who established a successful publishing house, where a lot of authors have published many, many, many spiritual writings and oracle decks and tarot decks, would take more care, in who they hire, in who they put in a position of a publisher, who will further bring on authors and publish books of spirituality. But I was very disappointed in the person that I spoke to, and I was told that I was presented 4 different packages to release my manuscript, which is a spiritual manuscript. And they range from $4,000 plus processing fees to $20,000 plus processing fees. I quickly ended that conversation, that call. It just felt wrong. And I want to put a disclaimer here right now that I'm not shitting on Louise Hay. I'm not shitting on any publishing establishment, house, company that charges you to publish your book. These are known as vanity publishers, and that is not the original way publishing was supposed to be. Publishing has morphed to become a business, to bring in money. So basically, anyone who has money can publish anything. Here, I'm going to give you 20,000 grand. I'm going to put out some shit. You fix it for me. You make it look nice and shiny and pretty, and you do all the work and publish it for me because I have some money. Well, I don't have money, but I do have a work in progress. I do have a manuscript that's 75% completed that I value deeply, deeply. This has been not just channelings that are coming from the higher realms, but I'm putting my soul into them as well. And I'm revamping them because I didn't realize how messy they were because I was lazy, because I was putting it on Substack and just, I don't know. It's really, I'm learning a lot in this process of publishing my own spiritual book. Let me just read what you guys are saying. Emotions, old memories coming up probably for release. Would like to honor the honor of buying your book if you allow me. I would love for you to support my work until I publish this book. As soon as I publish it, the manuscript is 75% ready. I just want to make sure there isn't any more channelings coming through, and I'm refining it. And I will publish I'm going to share an image of that I created. It's an image of me in prayer that I'm using as a cover for the book. But back to my point, and thank you, Tam. You are lovely, and you're always a supportive soul, and I'm very grateful for you. And I'm sorry that I haven't been in my Patreon. Hopefully, I'll pop in, if not today, tomorrow, or sometime this week or this weekend, if you're still there. All right, so I was very disappointed in that's what Louise Hay has chosen for her publishing company, to become a vanity publisher. But that's her choice. I'm not here to condemn. I'm just here. I realize that that's not for me. So as I'm finishing up my manuscript, I'm finding my way. I've been emailing and searching for spiritual, specifically Sufi spirituality publishing houses, and I got in touch with one yesterday, and they responded to me today, and they do not charge. That's the publishing that I know. Like, I remember the story of J.K. Rowling. She When she was publishing Harry Potter, she sent it, I think, to 13 different publishers, and everyone declined. And it was the 14th one that accepted her book publication. And then afterwards, she became famous. I'm not saying that I see myself as her and I'm going to become famous. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that I am now being guided to do this. I have the drive, whereas before I did not. And I want to see my book published. Not my book. My book. I don't want to attach my ego to this project. I want it out there. I want it to serve whoever it might serve. It might not serve anyone now. It might become something, that's just, another book, another spiritual book. It might help a lot of people. Or I might have to, pass from this life before this book gains any kind of anything. And I'm okay with all of it. I'm okay with all of it. I did want to share specifically for anyone out there right now, because a lot of us are getting that creative spark. And some of us are being guided to publish, be it a tarot book, be it an oracle guidebook, be it a book, a spiritual book, be it any kind of book, a children's book, a novel, a fantasy book, a fiction, a science, I don't know. Try to avoid vanity publishers. Try to find the publishing houses that are authentic still, as few as they might be. Find them, reach out to them, and use them, utilize them. The easy way is to have money and just follow that path and become, a publisher. I'm also going to self-publish through, if not Amazon, then another platform that is available to self-publish. I am not afraid of putting out the work. I'm not afraid. Learning to publish a book is quite the steep, it has a very steep learning curve. And I'm happily doing it. Happily. I am not begrudged. I'm not bewildered. It's very fascinating to me. It's very interesting to me. And perhaps I am meant not to have money right now and take the shortcut path. That probably a lot of people, do, and they gain fame. And I'm not taking away from anyone or anything. It's just not feasible for me right now. And if it was feasible, I'm not sure that's what I want. I want to self-publish. I want to put the effort in, and I want to touch base with original publishing houses and go through that route. And this is what I wanted to share with you, because I have been absent from my platforms, and I have been very disappointed in how my work on YouTube has been treated. I love ASMR. I love ASMR that is spiritual based. And it still hurts to see that YouTube has decided that I don't get more than 300 views per video. Am I attaching my self-worth to it? Not anymore. No. But I've realized and I've accepted that that is not the path for me anymore. Am I gonna stop putting out YouTube videos? No, because I still enjoy connecting with spirit and I still enjoy putting out that work. I just need to refocus, and I need to decide where to put the majority of my energy and how much energy I am to put on other projects. It's almost overwhelming me right now, which is why I'm doing this live stream to explain all this to you. It's my sole wish to learn spiritual aspects from different corners of the earth and find universal oneness in the process. Well, I'm glad that you have, Tam. I'm glad that you have, my dear, and I'm glad that our paths have crossed. So yeah, if you're still subscribed in my Patreon, I'm going to run in there, hopefully today, and share the cover of my book. Which every time I look at that cover, I weep. I don't know why, but it's also similar to the image that I've used in my last live stream inside of Patreon. I just refined it a little bit. And that, I believe, is what I wanted to do this live stream. This live stream is sort of a personal update slash, a rant about this world that we live in, how materialistic it's become, that even, spiritual publishers choose dollar signs. They choose the dollar sign over, I don't know, over actual creativity, over honoring the soul. It's very interesting to see where the world is and how we're going to navigate our way forward from where we are right now. I'm not saying that money is bad. Money is a wonderful energy and money is a beautiful thing. But it seems to me that we've attached too many things to money, that we've devalued who we are, in honor of money, in honor of the dollar, and it's happening across every industry, everywhere. It's just I don't know. I don't shit on people who have money. I respect people who have money. Because I would like to have money. I would like to become a person who has money. But do I want to do it the same way that is ego driven, ego based, and very blind, just money, 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 money? No. No, I honor the energy of money. I enjoy money. Money is a dance. Having money in your life, you have to allow it to flow in and out, because that's how you dance with money. You don't hoard money. You don't hurt people for money. You don't devalue people who don't have money. I'm learning a lot. I'm being humbled right now. I'm being humbled when it comes to money. Yes, I am. So yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to share with everyone. I hope you're doing well. I do want to put out an ASMR video. I don't know when. I'm not gonna lie and say that I do have one ready. I just I don't know. I don't know yet. So if you have any questions for me, please let me know. And I think I'll end the live stream and leave it at that. Thank you for watching. I hope I'm not giving off the energy that I'm depressed. I'm not. I'm just being humbled. I'm being humbled. All right. I'll stick around for a minute or two. and then I'll end it. And Tam, if you're in my Patreon, check out the image that I'm going to post and let me know what you think of it. I'd appreciate the input, because the people in my Patreon, as lovely as they are and as supportive as they are very quiet. Namaste. The light in me bows down to the light within you.